the chat, please ensure that you fill the attendance form. It is really, really important. We have a very good material that we're going to be sharing across when I'm going to explain. But if you want to have access to that, it's very important that you fill the attendance form, okay? So I would like to welcome you once again to today's session. Today's session is going to be talking about how you can earn using AI skills, okay? So we have a lot of individuals that are here that are looking to improve their earning power, their financial capabilities, people looking to transition from one role to another. This is what we're going to focus on today's call. And, after that, I'll take questions. If you have any questions, you could put it on the chat. I will take your questions. But it is very, very important that you have your pen and paper with you. If you have a jotter, a laptop, so that you can basically learn as much as possible. Okay. So that being said, I think we can kickstart today's session. But before we do that, I see a lot more people joining in. If you know anybody that this is going to be very, very essential for them, please go ahead to share the link with them so that they can also benefit from it. Okay. So once again, I'll introduce myself. My name is Treasure Akiopo. I lead the team here at Analytics Business, and I'm based out of Lagos, Nigeria. Okay. So I would like to meet each and everyone on the call. So if it's not too much trouble, you can go into the chat, put in your name, your location, and the current occupation that you're in. This would help structure the conversation that we're going to be having in today's session. So all you need to do is go into the chat section, put in your name, your occupation, and the location that you're joining us from. Okay. So I really want to get to know each and every one before we kickstart today's session. So let's get that going. I'm looking very much at the chat. So I have Temitope on the call. Temitope, where are you joining us from and what do you currently do? So please let's have, this session is going to be a very interactive session. We're looking to give as much value as possible. And the only way that I can help and give value is if I know what you currently do and how you can infuse AI into the process. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, we would have students on the call. We would have people that are currently working. We would have people that are unemployed, people looking to transition. You're someone that have been in your current place of work, your current position for the last 3-4 years. You've not been promoted. You're looking for, how can I get that promotion or how can I transition? Or you're someone that has basically just heard about tech, but not known how to go about it because there's a lot of information on the internet and you're wondering how to get started. You're someone that runs a business, you're in the creative space, you're a photographer, you're a graphic designer, whatever the case may be. Okay, this call is to look at how can we help you transition from where you currently are into an AI focused role. Okay, so now I'm just going to look at the chat. I can see some responses coming in. So I have Temitope joining in from Lagos. We have Ibrahim Muhammad. Muhammad is joining from Lagos as well. We have Temitope. Temitope Ade Pebga. Sorry if I'm, not pronouncing your surname that right. Quality Assurance Officer wants to transition into HR. We have Kolawale, that is Shola Ilori, Admin Officer at WIAC. We have Innocent, who is a SIMREG software support engineer. We have Temitope Oyekomi, who is a risk officer. We have Oreoluwa Mafo, currently a HR officer. We have Omo Pedro from Lagos, data analytics instructor. We have Abidin Adenikon, who is a software developer. Okay, so please just keep putting the information in the chat. I would be, looking at that and, from time to time. But once again, thank you so much for joining today's session. You are not going to regret being part of today's session. Okay, so my colleagues will be dropping their attendance. Please ensure that you fill out the attendance form. I really like to personalize my session, so I want to reach out to as many people as possible because I'm a career coach myself, and I would be, love to help people figure out the whole transition process, how they can get into AI, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that being said, I think I can go ahead to share my presentation. I want to give a little bit of nuggets in terms of how you can transition into AI. So if you can see my screen right about now, please give me a thumbs up so I know that you can see my screen and we can get into today's session. So I got that from Abidin. We have Temitope, we have Pedro, Kolawale, Babatunde Innocent. Okay, all right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. So today's conversation, we're going to be looking at what are the fastest ways to start earning with AI skills. Okay, so today's session is going to be looking at, oh, what type of AI skills do I need to be getting into, and how can I convert that into freelancing, remote opportunities, and global roles. So one thing that I really like to focus on here is, in as much as the conversation, the jobs we have in Africa are great. But when it comes to earning power, you know that the Naira is weaker compared to other currencies. So we really like to look at helping individuals land global opportunities. When I'm saying global opportunities, I'm talking about jobs in the US, the UK, Canada, and so on and so forth. How can you start earning in pounds and dollars, in Canadian dollars, and pretty much help yourself move from where you are into a very good position. Okay. So I like to start from, sharing my own story. I graduated from the health space, but for the last 5, 6, 7 years of my career, I have never done anything health related, except maybe managing projects in that regard. And it just goes to show that you don't really need to have a certain level of background to get into AI or to get into tech. Anybody can get into it. Okay. You just really need to have the passion for it. You need to understand the basic keywords, and you also need a guide, okay, like a mentor, someone to help you out with the process. Okay. So today we're going to show you, oh, I'm currently in the marketing space. How can I infuse AI into what I currently do and then be able to transition and actually land global opportunities? Okay. So let's get into the heat of today's session. So for today's session, I'm going to be looking at 4 key things. Okay. So the first one is identifying the fastest AI skills you can learn and monetize immediately. So one thing that you need to know is there's a lot of information out there, and this is just going to be another information. But for you to actually get a particular AI skill that can help you immediately, you really need to shift through the thousands and thousands of AI skills. And funny enough, all these skills are profitable. You just need to find the one that is best suited for you. Okay, there's 1,001 skills, and if you go into the space and say, oh, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, it can just be a whole myriad of information. You need to find your own niche in the little corner of the earth that you have AI skills for, be a master in it, and you have a higher chance of getting a role than when you are a master of software development or a master of AI data analytics. It's just a whole bunch of things. Okay, so you really need to find a niche, and then we'll show you, or I will show you, the fastest AI skills you can look at getting into. Then we're going to be talking about finding high paying freelance, remote, and internship opportunities with AI. Okay, so one thing that people keep coming back to me is, oh, where do I find global roles? At this point, LinkedIn is a very great tool for you to find AI opportunities. But one thing you need to know is LinkedIn now is very, very saturated. There are other platforms that you can apply, you can put up your skills, and you're basically able to get high paying AI roles from. Okay, it is not just LinkedIn. You have a massive level of crowd of individuals on LinkedIn, okay? But if you're looking at all these different platforms, you basically are like a smaller niche of people that are there. You're not competing with as many people as you would on LinkedIn. So these are some of the platforms will show you, the platforms you can apply for these opportunities. Then the next one is avoiding common mistakes that delay people from making money with AI, okay? I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of individuals that have gone through courses. They are certified AI engineers, but they haven't gotten roles. In the last 2, 3 years, they've been looking for job opportunities, and they're asking questions like, I have the skill. Why am I not being picked for this type of roles? What exactly do I need to be doing different to get me the opportunity? So we're going to be talking about that in today's conversation. The next one you have is positioning yourself for local and global opportunities as well. Okay. So when it comes to the AI economy, you have a lot of opportunities at this moment. Before I cooked up my slide, I was looking at the different job platforms, and just today alone, you have over 300,000 AI roles on a particular platform. 300,000 in a day. I wasn't even searching for the past week. I was just searching for the past day. And then in the last 24 hours, you have 300 in just one platform. And I know it could be replicated across other platforms, but just to give you a bit of insight that there are a lot of AI roles. One thing is AI is one of the most, for lack of a better word, abused word in 2026. Every organization is telling their staff, oh, you need AI skills. Oh, you need AI skills. Learn AI, learn AI. And then you as an individual, what is even in this AI that I need to do or need to know about? And how does it help me actually get global opportunities? So I'm going to talk about how you can position yourself in getting this particular type of roles. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, please ensure that you're filling the attendance form. It is really, really important. I would really want to share this material with you and also want to reach out to you directly. And I wouldn't be able to do that if we don't have your contact information. Okay. So my colleague Tolulokpe is sharing it in the chat. Please ensure that you go ahead to fill that. Okay. So now, I also want to know if this is your first time that you're hearing about Tenalytics business or Tenalytics. If this is first time you're coming across it, please put a 1 in the chat. If it's not your first time and you joined any of our masterclass, please kindly put a 0 in the chat. Okay, I want to get to know the new timers because you really want to help and assist you in this process as much as possible. So we have over 40 plus people on the call. I would really want to know if it's your first time, have you heard anything about Tenalytics, or if you come across any information about us or not. Okay, if it's not your first time, put in a 0. Okay, so I've just got about less than 10 response. Please guys, it's very, very important. It's going to be an interactive session as much as possible. Okay, I want to assist you, and the only way I can do that is if we interact. Okay, I hope you've not slept. It's quite early. We're just 14 minutes into this session. Okay, so I'll say quite some response, and based off the feedback I have from here, that's 100% new individual. I don't have anyone that has joined prior to this. So yeah, that being said, thank you so much for taking our time to come in. So just to give you a bit of background before we get into today's session. So we as a company in Tenalytics business, we've been existing for the last 5 years. And in that span of time, we've helped over 5,000 individuals. I'm not saying one, I'm not saying two, I'm saying over 5,000 people transition from, oh, I've not done anything AI related, I've not done anything tech related, oh, I have some level of knowledge, to saying I have full-on remote opportunities. I currently work in the US, I'm in Nigeria, I'm working in the US, I'm in Nigeria, I work in the UK. Okay, so we have a lot of those individuals, and we have people that are also Africans in the UK, US, being able to get this job opportunities. Okay, so we've done this for a lot of individuals. If you don't believe me, head on to YouTube, check out Tenalytics business. There's a whole lot of success stories, and I will share that as I go along. So one thing I really like to state when it comes to us, I don't like to say by training institution because that's a very generalized name. At the end of the day, what we describe as success as a company is once you've gotten a job opportunity, once you've been able to build a business, once you've been able to land a role, we quantify that as success. So as a company, we look at helping individuals get into tech, not just training them, but looking at the end game, because people don't just join tech. I would say a good 90% of individuals get into our program because they're looking to increase their earning power, or they're looking to change their field from one field to another. Okay, so we look at taking you throughout the entire journey. Oh, I have never done anything AI related to. I'm a full-on expert working in a particular organization. We describe success once you've gotten a role. So one thing that we also really do here is, I'm not going to tell you, go and watch one video and say, oh, that's about it. There's a lot of tools out there. Go to Coursera, go to YouTube. You'll see a lot of AI videos. You can go and do that right now. But if you're looking at, oh, how can I get actual practical skills? I don't just want to know this thing on my head basis. I want to be able to apply it. I want to be able to implement it in my day-to-day basis, in my work, be able to use it to find global roles. If you are very, very practical about getting foreign job opportunities, this is the place to be. Okay, so we'll look at a practical hand-holding process, because we typically take our students from beginner level. I have not done anything tech related to, oh, I'm a full-on expert in tech. This is the entire transition process. Okay, so we're going to help you every single day, build projects and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is what we do here as a company. So now let's just move on faster, I'm just going to give a bit of introduction about myself. My name is Treasure Akiopo. I currently work in with analytics, but I also am an AI project manager. I work with a lot of companies in the US, UK, and in Europe. And majorly how I've been able to achieve this is because of the AI tools that I work with. Imagine handling 5 different projects, coming to handle partnerships itself, coaching individuals for career. It is very, very chaotic. But one way that I feel like I've been able to handle this so far is because I have my AI tools that automate most of my activities for me. So I don't really need to struggle with it. That is why I can have a conversation and my work is being done where it needs to be done. And I'm not bothered by it. Okay. So I want to be able to share this knowledge, that I've gotten so far. I've been testing, failing, redoing, working on it for the past couple of years until I've gotten to this point. And I'm going to share it with other individuals. Okay. So I've been able to personally been able to coach over 150 people that have gotten roles across the globe. Okay. So I've even coached over a 60-year-old man who is now a director of special projects in a company in the UK. Okay. So this is why I have the privilege of speaking with you on today's call. Okay. So I'm just going to get right into today's conversation. I really want to know, why exactly did you join in today's call? Why are you on this call today, so that I can personalize as much as possible to you as an individual? So if it's not too much of a trouble, put it on the chat. Why am I here today? Why did I click on the link? Why did my friend send the link to me? And why did I decide to join the call? Why are you on today's conversation? Okay, let's have that in the chat so that we can give you proper response as much as possible. So why are you here today? Why exactly did you join today's call? Okay, Isaac answer is pretty straightforward. He said to make what? To make money. Okay. So please, I would really love a lot more response. I want to know why you are here on today's call, so that we can give you as much guidance as possible. Okay, Orolu said to upskill. Temitope said to understand analytics. Okay, please, let's have more response. Let's have more response. Are you here looking to, oh, I want to upskill, I want to make money, I want to get foreign opportunities? I've only got 3 responses so far, and we're 40 plus on the call. I'd really love to get a lot more. So why are you on today's conversation? Onye said to prepare myself for new opportunities. Kolawale said I just got a HR certificate and I intend to go into data analytics, people analytics. Actually, I want to know more on HR tools to solve problems at the workspace. Phenomenal. Okay. So this is someone looking to improve themselves in the HR space, especially looking at the analytics aspect of things, and also how he can make use of tools to make his work easier and faster. So that's a phenomenal response. I really love to get more, but I want to make sure that I'm keeping within time. So we have Yemi. Yemi said, I want to learn data analytics. Benita said, to be relevant in the world today. Abidin said, I want to be able to quickly ship products, and AI tools can do that for me. The end goal is to be able to make money without wasting time. I align and agree with you on that. Destiny said, to position myself for higher relevance in today's tech world. Temitope said, to transition into project management. Soul Motion, I want to go into data analytics. I want to upgrade my skill to make money. All right. So long story short, people are looking to upskill, to basically make more money, to get better opportunities for themselves. That would pretty much sum the analysis that I can see on the chat. Okay, so this is a very good problem statement. Okay, so from the problem statement, now we're going to work into how we can resolve this. How can we help you hit your goals? Okay, so that brings me to my next slide. What are the common mistakes that are delaying people from making money with AI? Okay, so I'm just going to list a couple of them that you can see on my screen. And then after that, we're going to like explaining. So the first one is trying to learn everything. I heard this today. My friend tells me, oh, data analytics is making the most money. I jump into that. Tomorrow they say, oh, do you know that if you get into AI for project management, you make more money than a data analyst? I jump into that. If I get into AI automation and make money, I learn that. So I have bits and information of all these different programs, but I'm not really a master of any of them. I just know, oh, this information, that information, it doesn't really help you. One thing that I have, had a tunnel vision on is I want to get into project management and I want to build my career from that end on. Okay. I have friends that say, oh, I want to be a data analyst, and they build it end on. Okay. So now once you get into a niche, I can't just say I want to be a project manager. There are 1,000,001 project managers out there, but I have to find my own niche. Okay. What separates me from every other person? Do you believe that there's a people project management role? There's a HR project management role. That is a niche that's not up to 1,000 people have that here in Nigeria. Do you understand? So the little amount of people that you are competing for a role, the better for you. But if you just have like a generalized knowledge of any specific information, it doesn't really do you any good. So you need to find your niche. You need to find a program that you would stick to, because everything makes money. No program makes more money than the other. I just need to put that out there, because every time that I get on a call, someone would say, oh, Treasure, yeah, I need to know the program that makes the most money. There is really none. It's really like how you apply, the type of companies you're trying to get into, what's your experience, skill set, that determines the amount of money you make. Not one AI data analyst does not make more money than an AI project manager compared to an AI automation specialist. You need to find your niche, master it, become relevant in that role. That is how you make money at the end of the day. So yeah, Isaac, my screen is up. I don't know if you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up so I know that it's not just me. Okay. So Isaac, I think it could be network issues on your end. You could drop off and join back in. That would help you with the whole network issue. Okay. So the next one we have is learning without taking action. Many individuals have different types of certificates. You would see certificates from Coursera, you see certificates from LinkedIn itself. Every certificate, you keep learning every day. Any program you say joining, you have the certification every time. But if I ask you as a data analyst, can you build me a dashboard that talks about your entire sales cycle from 2024 to 2025? Do a comparative analysis for me. You that have done 6 different courses on data analytics cannot present such a document to me. It is ridiculous. Okay, people love to learn. It's great to learn. It's fantastic to learn. But you know that the other way to learn is learning by doing, learning by making mistakes, learning by practicalizing. If you're only focused on, oh, going to watch a screen, listen to your facilitator, it's great. But you also need to apply that skills in a real world sense. Get projects. Make your, in simple man terms, like make your hands strong in the activity. Okay, you need to constantly do it over and over again, make mistakes, get better at it. That's the way you learn, by taking action. If you're learning and just abandoning, yes, Blessing, you'll get the recording of the session. Just to ensure that you fill the attendance form so that we send it to you. Once the recording uploads on the drive, you get access to it. Okay. So the next one you have is waiting until you are an expert. And this is the most common mistake for people that have actually learned and gotten skill. Oh, I don't think I'm there yet. You are the one that is, first of all, self-sabotaging. Oh, I don't think I've gotten to that level to start applying for roles. I started applying for roles even when I was in the university, just to clarify. I hadn't gotten my PMP. I hadn't done anything project management, but I knew that I wanted a chance. Okay. So getting a chance means I had to start from the basics. Volunteering role, there was internship role, the very basic skill set. I started to apply. And then I started to build my project portfolio. I started to take on different projects. It was simple projects, but they were amounting to experience. And there are things that you would learn, your teachers would teach you, but you will never be able to learn unless you get into that job. Okay, there are things that you only learn while you're actually doing it along the way. Industry experience, it doesn't come from what your teachers tell you or what your facilitators tell you. It is when you are now in that field, you will see them, never be exaggerate. You will see shege. You will see the things that you did not expect before getting into that field. So you actually need to put your hands into it. You actually need to, be part of it before you can actually get to know this stuff. That is why you should never shy away from actively participating, actively putting yourself in the process rather than just getting the information and saying, oh, I have all this information in my head. Okay. The next thing is not building your portfolio. If you're applying for global roles, this is a non-negotiable. if you are looking to get into HR analytics, data analytics, project management, these three major fields, business analysis, you need your project portfolio. It is sacrosanct. Okay. Whenever you get into an interview, or even before you get into an interview, when you're applying for a job, if you've ever filled the information, most often than not, they'll ask you, oh, put in your project portfolio or share a link to your website or project portfolio. It is something that comes up very, very regularly. Okay. It can be optional sometimes, but it really sets you apart from the next person. Whatever you're doing when you apply for a role, you need to know that your responses is literally an answer to the job description. If it's not, then you would not have a good chance of actually landing that opportunity. So you need to build your portfolio. If you've not had your portfolio built and you're on this call, you have 15, 16, in short, 5, 10, 15, 20 years of experience, please go sort that out. Okay. People ask, do I need to create a website for it to be a portfolio? No, you can create your portfolio on Canva, a very simple document that shows the projects. You can have your five top projects. The first page would be your contact information. The next 5 pages would be the projects that you've worked on. And the final page would be how they can reach you. So if you worked on, comparative analysis dashboard, you put the dashboard, you put the problem statement, you put, if there's a budget, I'm going to speak from a project perspective. If there's a project, you put the budget, what's your achievements at the end of the day, you put the information there so that once someone sees it, they know that this is what you've done so far. And please, once you're stating your achievement, don't say, oh, I handled the projects and it went really well. Or, let me not put it that lame, but oh, I handled the projects and at the end of the day, we're able to deliver really, really well. What I'm trying to say is always ensure that you quantify your activity, your experience, your achievements, okay? In terms of how long was it supposed to happen and how long did you do it? How much were you supposed to spend? How much did you save? From your analysis, how much did this save your company? Okay, what were the issues that they were supposed to face? And because of what you did, they didn't face it. You really need to look at it from an action and achievement standpoint. This is what will really help you land a role. Your portfolio itself should not be boring. It should not be just a myriad of words in it. Ensure that you have quantifiable weights, numbers attached to the information that you're providing. That is the best chance of building your project portfolio. Okay. If you're on the creative aspect, your portfolio is very different from someone in the corporate aspect. Okay. Creative, you need to just put attachments to your website. If you're on graphic design, the designs that you've created and so on and so forth. But if you are looking on the corporate end, you need to have quantifiable weights for each of the achievements that you have ongoing. Okay, then the next one is ignoring freelancing opportunities, contract roles. If you're someone that's looking to transition into tech, one thing you need to know is the best chance for you to get an entry-level role, sometimes it might not come as a full-time job opportunity. It might come as a contract role. If you do really well, they will not push you up to giving you a full-time role. So one thing to note is look for contract roles. I'm not saying abandon full-time roles, but getting through contract roles, find out for startup companies that you can apply to and get job opportunities. Rather than applying to Google, Amazon, apply to a startup company and then build your way to the Google, the Amazons, and other top organizations that you're looking for. The funny thing is startup companies actually pay entry-level individuals far higher than those top organizations, because at the end of the day, you are betting on them and they are betting on you, because the startup company can fold up in the next day and you could also leave the company the next day. You might not even be the right talent for them. So it is a give and take situation. I typically tell people, look at startup companies. The Amazons, the Googles are great, but fixate on startup companies. There are a lot of companies that are springing up every day. They have gone through their pre-seed phase. They are now looking for individuals to work alongside with them. These are people that you can even build. And in the next 5-6 years, you are a director of one, or you are part of the board. In Google, before you get to that level that you will get to as being a startup company, it might take you a lot more years. Okay, so these are the things that you need to look at. Then, not positioning yourself online. You need to have a proper brand presence. It is very, very important that you have a very strong brand presence. Don't do things that, oh, I can't post online. I'm not a social media person. If you're not a social media person, and when I say social media, I'm talking about like on the corporate end. Even Instagram and WhatsApp can get you your job role. I hope you know that. If you're someone that consistently posts your project, consistently posts the things you do on your WhatsApp, your contact details might have someone, or their company might be looking for an AI data analyst, and they recommend you. But what people don't know that you do, they can't recommend you for it. So you need to put your business out there. If you've ever seen all these online vendors on WhatsApp, you'd constantly see the information every single time on their WhatsApp status. You see people that are selling clothes, they are selling shoes, you see it every day on their status. I'm not saying post every day, but post as regularly as you can the different projects you've been able to create. Okay. And then the next one is applying inconsistently. You apply today, you apply 5 jobs. For this week, you apply five jobs every single day for the whole week. Next week, you don't apply. Why? Because you keep getting rejection emails. Okay. So what if you for every time you fail, you decide that you're not going to go ahead with the action? It doesn't really help you. So it is very, very important that even if you just know that rejection is part of the process. I'll sit down and tell you now that I have over 4 or 5 jobs, talking about in the US and the UK. But if I tell you that I've gotten over 1,000 rejection emails, it would seem ridiculous. But now I'm not even looking at all the rejection emails I've gotten. I'm looking at the jobs that I have. It's going to get some time. I'm sorry, it's going to take some time to get you to where you need to be. So yes, you're going to get rejection emails in between. There are interviews, there are some stages that you go through different interviews. You will reach the final interview and they won't take you. Take it as a win, because now you've already gotten past the elementary stage and you're now fully on the interview phase. Okay, so please ensure that you consistently continues to apply. Okay, this is the best way for you to actually get a job opportunity. So now let's move on into the different AI roles that are in high demand at the moment. So the fastest AI skills to monetize in 2026, there are 10 of them. Okay, there are 10 top skills, and this was not chosen at random. They are basically tech roles that you can get on as soon as possible. Okay, so the very first one that you have is AI software and web development. So this role is one of the top roles that you can apply for. A lot of individuals, even on this call, would want to have gotten into software web development, but the only reason why they didn't go forward with it is because they don't want to code. They don't want to have to code at the end of the day. So that is why they are not getting into software or web development. But what if you can actually create a website without having to write a single line of code? You can create a website making use of AI. Okay, all you need to do is just prompt. And once you prompt, you can build a website for yourself. You can build a website for your company. This is something that you can actively do. The next one is generative AI engineers. So the generative AI engineers, you are looking at building. So when it comes to generative, it basically means to create, to build. Okay, so what if you can build a report? If you are looking to get into data analytics, you're looking at creating dashboards, you're looking at creating reports. What if you can create reports without having to spend 5-6 weeks, depending on how large your data set is, in creating that report? This is where generative AI comes into play. Next one you have is AI automation engineer. You're basically looking at how you can automate processes. Every single day for the corporate world, you're sending out emails. Or the next thing that you're doing is you are generating reports, you're looking at managing your calendar and so on and so forth. What if all of these things can be automated? And whatever you create, you can actually share across to other companies. So you can create a particular workflow that becomes your product, and then you can generate funds from it. I like to tell people that there are 4 ways to make money from AI. It's either you are getting a full-time role, or you're getting a contract role, or you're building a workflow that becomes your product and you are now selling to other individuals, or you're teaching people AI tools. There are lots of these new AI tools that are coming into play that people are looking for people that can explain it to them, and you make money off that. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can also do for yourself. Then the next one you have is AI data analytics. If you're looking to get into data analytics now, and you're just saying, oh, I'm going to learn the typical Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, what they call it now, AI, machine learning, and I'm good to go, you lie. You don't just lie, you lie very well. Because not only would your chances be slim at this period, one of the key things that AI is doing for data analytics is helping them achieve their goals very, very quickly. So with some AI tools now, you can clean your data. Oh, let me just go through the analysis process. I want to clean, I want to analyze, I want to visualize, I want to interpret the data, tell stories with my data, and make decisions. So what if all this process that would take me a long time to do, AI can do it for me in 15 minutes. AI does the entire thing for me. Who would I choose? Is it someone that would spend 5 weeks because they have 5,000 rows and columns of data to go through, or someone that does it in 15 minutes? Okay, so this is why AI data analytics is very, very popular. And I'll also show you the salary packages for these roles. The next one you have is a machine learning engineer. You are looking to build workflows. You are looking to build large language models. You can do this as a machine learning engineer. The next one you have is AI business intelligence analyst. If you are running a business, looking to set up a business, or you're a business manager, AI can help you with your business intelligence. What do I mean? I want to set up my business. For me to do that, I need to know the location I'm in, the demographic of people that are in my location. Do I have my clientele around me? How well would this product sell to individuals? There are questions you need to ask yourself before you set up a business. Instead of me to just think it through, hire a business intelligence specialist to do it for me, you can actually add AI to the process. And this is where the AI business analyst comes into play. The AI business analyst has the understanding of it, but now they are now going to do it in conjunction with the AI tool. Because no matter how great an individual is, there is limitation of understanding. Okay, there's only so much that your mind can go. But with AI has vast knowledge that has been populated based off data. And this is what is going to help you get from point A to point B. So we're going to show you, this is another very key role of getting a very strong role in the UK or US, as the case may be. Then you have AI product developer. Like I mentioned, any of this workflow, you can actually convert into a product, okay? So you can make use of AI to create products. Then the next one you have is AI content and media creator. Every individual on this call can be an influencer. But the reason why people struggle with it is, oh, because if I get into influencing, I don't know what type of content to post. But people really like what I'm posting. And how do I go about it? How do I build my content calendar? How do I build my processes to be able to achieve this? So basically, this would be like a very, very strong process for you to go through from start to finish. Like, oh, my process in terms of my content, how do I create my hooks, how do I go through different processes, how can I make use of AI to achieve this? Okay, so now it will help you build different things. So imagine sitting in front of this camera now, you hear my voice and you're saying, oh, Treasure is speaking to me. But what if this was not done in real time? What if I had already created this video and it looks like it's playing live? That's what you can do with your content. So every time that you have a particular individual come up in a video and say, oh, I'm shooting a content, most often than not, it's not done in real time. People bulk create. And then when it comes to bulk creating, you also look at it from this aspect that I don't need to sit down in front of my camera to create a video. AI just captures the sound of my voice, my facial expression, my mannerism, and it creates the video. I just input the script and it creates the video from start to finish without me actively having to sit down in front of a camera to go through it. This is what influencers do these days. And then I'm looking at what type of video will go viral. Okay, Kola, well, let me take it again. I'm talking about if you want to create a video, instead of you sitting down to bring out your phone, bring out your camera, bring out your tripod to say you are creating a video. Oh, I'm setting up a video. First scene. Hi, my name is Treasure. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And it sounds like it was me that sat down to create that video. I never sat down. I didn't wear shirts to do that video. AI did it for me. All I basically did was take a picture of my face, recorded the sound of my voice, okay, recorded myself doing different gestures, and then upload it on the AI tool. And basically, with the scripts that are already imputed in it, the AI tool would create a 1 minute video on whatever topic that I was talking about. And there's no time for me to do or all those filler words that would have added to the entire situation, because AI is doing it for me. Normally it's going to take you like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 takes to do one video, if not more. But with AI tool, you don't even have to wait that long to get it done. Okay, the next one we have is AI, HR, and people specialists. So if you are in the HR space, you are looking to get into HR. When it comes to recruitment itself, being able to recruit for a particular job role, it takes a very long time, because you have over 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people trying to apply for a particular role. Okay, but then AI at this point can help you with the process. You just need to create a workflow. And how does that workflow go about? You basically have the process set up. You put in your criteria. From your criteria, you basically state
Hi everyone, just a few minutes. Treasure will be right back. But in the meantime, please fill the attendance form that Zuliat, my colleague, is sending. And the essence of filling the attendance form is to ensure you get access to the slides and the recordings. All right. So once you're done filling the attendance form, just let me know in the chat box that you are done, and I would take note of you and ensure you get access to the recordings and the slides. All right. You don't understand everything she has been saying. Abiola, did you join in late? I will do a little bit of recap, but please fill in the attendance form because there are people that have been here, that have been following, so it will not be fair on them to start from the scratch. Though I will do just a little bit of recap. So just let me know when you fill the attendance form, and if you have questions so far, just put it in the chat box and I will take it up from there. I'll give us just 2 minutes to fill the okay, Abiola, you fill the attendance form. Awesome. I just give us 2 minutes and then we will move with the speed of light. All right. All right, 1 more minute, guys, just to ensure how many are we? We are over 40 on this call, and I can see the attendance sheet. I know those that have filled, I know those that have not filled. So you have 1 more minute to sort that out. The reason I'm giving us time to fill the form is so that once we are going back to the class, you can focus. Abiola said, you hope we've not been interacting. A very valid question, Shola. I might not even be real at this point. The things AI does, we cannot even comprehend. I could be a customer support agent at this point, right? So it's very, very, very interesting. Tell talk about if you're having difficulty accessing the link, Zuliat, please drop your WhatsApp number. Tell talk about please reach out to Zuliat directly on WhatsApp and she will send you the link. So you're not missing out. See her WhatsApp number here, 08146960168. Reach out to her on WhatsApp now. So for anybody experiencing difficulties, I'm just going to give you an extra 30 seconds. Reach out to the support team now so that you ensure you have the details. You cannot waste an hour, 30 minutes in this session and it's not going to transform your career. Uchechiku, I will not allow that to happen for you. So the reason you're here is because you want to upskill either in your current field or you want to get into AI, right? So you are not going to allow that to go in vain. So as you learn tonight, you also need to go back and practice everything you're going to be learning. So 30 more seconds, guys, and we'll be get right into it. All right, so I think that's enough time. I believe I'll be liberal with everyone. And all right, so I'll just start with a brief run through before we dive on. Abiola said he or she did not understand what we've been talking about so far. But here's the gist, guys. Why AI? Treasure has said a lot of amazing stuff, right? As how before AI, people struggle to get some tasks done, people struggle to get into tech, people have been, you know, basically doing the quote unquote the normal tasks that we do. But now there are high demand tech roles in AI. So just please catch this. They are not just tech roles, they are not just in demand, they are high demand tech roles. And then there is also another clause in AI. So, you know, the normal tech skills, we know data analytics, we know business analysis, we know software development, cyber security, all of that. AI has also infiltrated these roles and they are now selling very big. As of last year, 2 years ago, they used to say tech is the new oil money. But now we are saying AI is the new oil money. Now, what roles are these? We have the AI software and web development. If you are here, if you're listening to me right now, and you've ever heard of software or website development, please give me a thumbs up. If you've ever heard of software and website development, give me a thumbs up. Innocent has, Shola has, Abidjan has, Yvette has. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kami has. So these are the guys that build websites. Every website you have ever seen in your life has been built by a website developer. WhatsApp that you use, this Google Meet you're using, Facebook, Instagram, your bank app, your medical app, your HMOs, everything app, everything software, everything website was built by a software developer, all using codes. Now, AI has said you don't need to spend hours coding, doing HTML, C++, JavaScript, Python. You don't need to spend so much hours doing that. Your AI tool, like Lovable, Supabase, I will handle the coding for you. That is what the Spark is talking about. So if you're someone that you've always fancied the idea of maybe building a website for your business or building websites to scale. I know someone just as of 2 weeks ago, he got a gig. He used to post regularly on LinkedIn and he got a gig to build a website. This is something that takes him a month to build. Within 24 hours, he was done with that website. He got £500. Guys, £500 in 24 hours. What did he use? Two tools, Lovable and Cloud. CLAUDE. Two tools gave him £500. I could share his story with you guys. I was just looking through his status this night and saw that he got another gig. This one is more intense. And if I can remember the amount very well, it was £1,300 that company was paying him. But I'll talk about the monetization aspect very soon. Adjot, if you're having difficulty accessing the link, I've said this before, please send a direct message to Zuliat. Her number is right there underneath. Okay, send her a message and she will send you the link directly to your WhatsApp. Okay, I gave us time to do this. You have, please, Zuliat, respond to him and help him out. Thank you. So website buildings, app development has now been done easier with AI. Your own now is to prompt engineer it. That is your role as an AI software and website developer. And then we also go the extra mile to teach you how to also be able to read those codes that the AI tool will give you, because there's also the part of debugging, right? So you need some knowledge of those codes to access that. So this is for the software website guys. Then the other set of people are the AI engineers. These people, I call them the job takers, because they're literally the ones that build automated systems that take away the repetitive tasks of people. If you know MTN here, please give me a thumbs up. If you've ever heard of MTN here, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know the Nigerians. I think MTN is even beyond Nigeria. And here, some of us are even joining this masterclass with MTN data, right? But yeah, MTN, as of, let's say, 10, 15 years ago, hired lots of customer support people, customer support reps, to be placing calls to their customers. So guys, please, if you've not been listening, listen very well now. I want to give us a task. So imagine MTN in 2003. Imagine they had 10,000 customers in 2003. Please let me know in the chat box. How many people, how many customer support representatives do they need to employ to cater for 10,000 customers? Let me know in the chat box. If MTN had 10,000 customers in 2003, how many people do they need to employ to call 10,000 people? Let me know in the chat box. Just think of it. 10,000 customers, how many people do I need to employ to call these 10,000 people? Let me know in the chat box. I'm looking to see the numbers we're going to call. If you are MTN, John says over 10,000, 1,000. Okay. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. Let me talk about 1,000. Okay. 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 I'm listening in. How many people does MTN need to employ to cater for 10,000 customers? Let me know. Innocent, 2,000. Okay. They will definitely need 10,000. Oh, so Abidin, so one person per customer. Okay, okay, that's your own take. Any other take? Any other take? Any other take before I wrap up and tell you people what I think? Okay, so that is it. It's not going to be less than 500 to 1,000. Camille says 100. Those people are going to work. They are going to work. But then an automation engineer came in and said, you know what? I want to build a system that will handle your 10,000 customers with ease. And they built a voice bot, a customer support agent voice bot. This bot now calls the 10,000 customers at the same time. Please, is there any human being here that can call 10,000 people at the same time? Are you here? Maybe a superhuman, superman, or superwoman. Anyone here? Nobody. But MTN built that voice bot that can cater for all the customers at the same time. That is why in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 3 p.m., anytime, place a call across the MTN. There is something there that has answered you and it's telling you, okay, for this one, press 2. For this one, press 5. For this one, press this. For this one. Do you get? And that's who built that? A generative AI engineer. So, and also an AI automation engineer. And those are the specific set of people that built this workflow. So think of automation engineers as solution providers. They get rid of repetitive tasks. Why do I need to keep calling and telling them, yellow, with 2,500, you can get so and so 500 MB. This is very repetitive. When I can build a system
integrate it to my call log, integrate it to my database, select a language, select the voice, select the gender, and it will do the task for me very easily. That is what they do. Then, of course, we have the data analyst. Before, it was just a data analyst. You're analyzing data, you're building dashboards, you're creating insights, you're solving queries on SQL. Now, you can do all of that with AI. So for the professionals listening to me right now, those in the corporate space, you deal with lots of data. Before you can manipulate any data, you need to clean the data. You need to ensure the yeas are in the correct format. You need to ensure, all first names are before last names. You need to ensure, some certain things are put in place. And honestly, it takes a lot of time to clean your data. But now, with a simple tool like ChatGPT, I can just go to ChatGPT and give it a prompt. Put my database there, tell ChatGPT to remove white spaces, to arrange all the years in this format, remove duplicates, do this, do that, and send it back to me as an Excel file. ChatGPT will do the heavy lifting and send it back to me. I can now easily work on my data. The same thing goes for building dashboards on Power BI. I can now build amazing dashboards that tell stories easily to stakeholders with Copilot. So now I am doing the work of a data analyst, but I am doing it so easy. I can use Bricks AI to, maybe I'm working on a sales analysis, for instance. I can do that, pick trends from previous quarters, previous years, align it to what I'm seeing now, and give beautiful recommendations to stakeholders. I can do that. The same thing if you go to the business intelligence analysts, product developers, content media creators, all of these people, HR, yes, our HR professionals, you guys are not left behind. I noticed a trend. Please, if you're in HR here, please give me a thumbs up. If you're a HR professional, give me a thumbs up. Let me be sure that I have this category of people in the call. Okay, Shola is, Felix is, Flora is. Okay, you guys need to tell me what's happening, because I noticed something. For the past 2 months, because I usually have what I call clarity sessions with specific sets of people, I noticed that I've been having over and over HR professionals. Is there something they said that I don't know of? Did they say, HR professionals, if you don't learn this skill by so and so timeline, your own is finished? Because the trend has been super exciting. I'm seeing HR professionals now learning data analytics, now learning how to automate their tasks, and it's needed. I remember when I just started in the tech space, I came in the operations role, and my line manager at that time asked me to handle a hiring process. And guys, you wouldn't believe it. I was given a deadline, and I had to read through over 1,000 applications manually. I didn't know anything about AI then. It was hectic. I couldn't sleep from morning to evening. I'm going through, because I need to also grade, and it was on LinkedIn. I need to put them as good feeds, or they did not meet the standards, bad feeds. It was terrible. It was literally terrible. But now I can build my own automation tracking system bot that will read through CVs in seconds. As a HR professional, I can easily use an automation tool like ANETN and connect it to, maybe for people to apply, they need to fill a Google form. I'll connect it to the Google Sheets that has the responses. I connect it to my Gmail so that the emails, if I want to send rejection emails or send acceptance emails or send interview invites, it can go there directly. I can do all of this now easily with AI. I can have employee attrition easily with AI. So these are the amazing things that people, professionals, career switchers can do currently with AI. So if you are with me up to this point and you have seen a role here that aligns with your career goals and aligns with the next step you want to take, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. You have been with me up to this point. All right. I can see the thumbs up. One more thing, if any of these roles I've explained here aligns with what you need to do, so please listen. You need to know your career goals. If not, you're going to be confused. You say, oh no, it's data analytics. Oh no, it's automation engineering. Oh no, please know your strengths first, know the next step you want to take, and then I can help you. So if you look at these roles now on my screen, let me know in the chat box which of it aligns with your career goals and aligns with your strengths. I'll give us a minute for that so that I will take notes and know I'll be taking note of the names and I'll be taking note of the people that I can help. So which of these high demand tech roles in AI align with your career goals? Let me see in the chat box. I give you a minute for that. Look at it critically. Look at where you are currently. Look at your strengths and let me know in the chat box. All right, I can see the amazing parts. It seems like we have more HR professionals here. Let me take a look at it very quickly. So Sholai, AI, HR, and people analytics. Let me talk about HR. Isaac, data. Abidin, software. Onye, content creator. Tell me talk about HR. Tell me talk about your name sounds very familiar. I think I've spoken with you sometime. Yvette, business analysis. Mohammed, HR. Baba today, data. Blessing, HR. HR guys, you guys don't even want to give us space tonight. That's amazing. That is amazing. All right, let me quickly share this. Okay, data analytics, Yemi. Awesome. Okay, let me now quickly share something with us. Let me share my slide very quickly. Soul Motion, data analytics, business analysis, Mafo, HR. You see, these are the issues. Mafo, you're having two parts at the same time. Mafo, why? But yes, it's acceptable. I see that a lot happening. But yes, just so that you will know, any of these parts pay very well. Let me put this in slideshow so that we can easily see it. So any path you have taken pays a lot of money. You know, I talked about the guy that did software engineering. This is for the business analyst. These are remote roles. I'm in Nigeria, but I'm working for a Canadian company. So I understand what it means and I've seen the trends in remote work. Okay. So each of these parts pay well. This is for the data leads. This is for the HR. For every person that has said HR, you can go beyond working where you are. Why still doing that? You can land remote roles as a HR analyst, a HR generalist, a people analyst, and all of that. And of course, you will ask, how do I find these roles? How do I get these jobs? How do I even get access to all of this? Relax. I'm going to provide answers for you tonight. All right. All right. So let me just quickly move on. These are just the salary goals that people in this field have been getting. All right. Okay. So this person now, Pavel, was a teacher back in Cameroon before moving to US. So Pavel was also in our field. And just like Isaac talked about data analytics, Pavel learned data analytics with us. And from his CV, revamping, LinkedIn optimization, interview preps, everything, we made, I don't say we made him who he is, but we helped to make him who he is at this point, right? So with analytics, Pavel learned to become a healthcare data analyst. Earlier today, I was speaking with someone in the healthcare profession, and she told me, is there a path that she can do as a doctor? She's a doctor, actually. Is there an AI path that she can get into as a doctor that will help her? The answer is yes. there is actually something called a healthcare data analyst. You can do that. You can even choose to go through the route of software engineer and build an app that hospitals will make use of, or build an automated system where patients can easily consult doctors without needing to go to the hospital. Everything is about how far can you think, right? Now, this is for Pavel's success story. We have Bukola as well. Bukola, her own is business analysis. I saw someone here mention business analysis. So Bukola joined our business analysis program, and also the same thing Pavel got. She went through that. She applied for multiple jobs consistently, tailored all her application, and eventually landed the job. The same thing we have here for Judith. Judith was a stay-at-home mom. She also took she took the business analysis program, and after 3 months, she got a job as a business analyst. So the testimonials are seamless. So the reason I'm giving us actual success stories and telling you where they came from is so that you will see that your situation is not peculiar. All right? It's possible to make it irrespective of your age, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You can do so much more with tech and definitely with AI, no matter how far or how behind you have gone. All right. So learn the skills required to land a high-paying AI role and learn it the right way. It's one thing to learn a skill, it's another thing to earn from that skill. And what will determine your return on any investment you're making is the way you learned that skill. And that is what I will use to wrap up tonight's session. So if you have not been listening before, maybe you have been distracted, just tell that distraction, wait a moment, things are about to get very real. I'm about to transform my career right now. Okay, so let me just quickly put that up. I had talked about some certain career paths that you need to get into immediately. And you guys, sorry, let me increase this so it's not so far away. All right. And you let me know the parts that you are interested in. I want to keep it this way so that I can easily move to, because of time, I can easily move to the slides that will benefit you tonight. Okay. So yes, I showed us some specific AI roles that have been hitting the job market. I showed us how much people have been earning from it, right? The next thing is, how does Tenalytics business help people achieve this? How do we help people achieve this? How can you go from where you are to the next step? How can you go from a normal HR professional to becoming that HR professional that makes use of data, that makes use of automation? How can you build a career fresh in data analytics? How can you make money from content creation? I was watching an interview, Kiki, where she was saying that there are more content creators than video editors in this Nigeria right now. And that is because everybody says, go to the internet, go to social media, make money off social media, which I agree. But how? How? If you know the how, please let me know in the chat box. Let's even learn from each other. How do you think people make money off content creation? Let me know. If you know that, I'll just be waiting for that while I continue speaking. How can you make money off content creation? All right. There are different ways to do this, but like the saying goes, you need to follow who know road, literally. You can choose to go through the freelancing aspect, where you go on Fiverr, go on Upwork, create an account there as a UGC. UGC is user-generated content creator, right? UGC creator. You can go there, exactly at your DG. You can freelance. You can choose to build your own brand. Currently at Tenalytics business, we used to just bring in some influencers to help expand our reach. And we don't just pick any kind of person to influence for us or to be an ambassador for us. We go through the kind of content you have in your page. We look through the kind of engagements you have, and we pay these people good money. And that can be you. But you need to know the nitty-gritties of content creation and AI video editing. You need to know how to make compelling AI videos. You need to know how to make interesting storybooks, slides, all of that with AI. Most of you in this session came into our funnel because of the kind of videos you saw. And you can do the same thing for businesses. I don't know how many of us have seen GIG. If you know GIG here, the transport company, please give me a thumbs up. I don't know if we have seen GIG's Instagram. Man, their Instagram account is blowing big. I don't know how much they pay their video editor, but they are doing a good job. They create lots of AI videos for GIG. GIG, if you see their content, you'll be wondering, is it transport company or be another company? Is it AI content they sell? They do really good. And you can be that next person. How will they know you can do this? By learning and creating your own page, or maybe on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. We will guide you through that. Don't worry. We will guide you through that. But posting about it, this way they will reach out to you. Like Ayodeji said, freelancing as well. Going on YouTube. How does YouTube pay people? By views, by views. Going on YouTube, monetizing your pages, constantly posting things that it's not about constantly posting, but posting the right thing. You know, they used to say consistency is key. But me, I would say consistency doing the right thing. It's key, because you cannot keep posting substandard products, substandard videos, and you expect to scale. It's not possible. It's not possible. So consistency doing the right thing will make you scale. All right. So the same thing for the AI automation engineering. You can build your own agency. You can become an AI consultant. You can work for companies like one of our students. He got a job in the UK. And his own was to build a support agent for their consultants in that space, connected to Meta on WhatsApp. That was what he did. Another lady got a gig for this one was more like a governmental contract as an automation specialist. You can do that. Or you can choose to, even if you want to work for someone, maybe you don't want to go through the entrepreneurial space, you can do that and apply for jobs on LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, depending on the location you're looking at. Same thing for generative AI for data analytics. So the AI for data analytics is more like a win-win situation, whereby you're already going to start integrating it in your current workplace. You're integrating data analytics in your field. You're analyzing data easily. You're making things work faster. And then you can also land remote jobs. So these people that go through this data analytics route, they're having, quote unquote, better advantage, because it's going to help them in the now and also help them in the future. What do I mean? There was this guy that came in with us sometime November, December. His name is, his name just Simon. I think it's Simon. His video is here on YouTube. Maybe if there's time, I'll play it. Or those that joined in early must have seen the video when Juliet was playing that. Simon works in an open university. Before he came on board with our training, I spoke with him. He said he wants something he works in an open university, like I said. He brought a concern. He said lecturers go through the struggle of marking scripts, grading essays, right? So he was just curious. You know, we say AI can help with a lot of things with data. We have a large database and all of that. Does it also affect letters, or must it just be numbers? That was his first question. He said, okay, go on. All right. Can it read through documents and grade? Can it give feedback? Can it provide solutions? And he said, there is literally almost nothing AI cannot do. All you need is the right knowledge. Let me just quickly show that video so that it's not be like Uche is just talking. Let me quickly show, so you will hear it from his mouth. Let me know once you can start hearing this. Let me play that.
Godrich Air Pocket? Wow!
With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrich Air Pocket. Bye bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
Take your time. All right. Okay. Show them what you've been able to achieve. Okay. So tomorrow is going to be the third week, right? So like I said, I am an operations manager at an open university. Now what I'm about to show you here is just an MVP, something I did. But just to give you a broader picture of where I am heading to, for an open university, lecturers have a lot of submissions to grade. And then imagine as a lecturer managing like 1,000 students and you having to grade their essays manually, right? It has become a pain point. Most of them use ChatGPT, but what they do is they download these submissions, feed it into AI to help them read it and all that. So what I am working on here, it's actually an automated grader, something that will look through all the submissions and automatically input the scores and give feedback for each student. So I decided to do an MVP.
Let me not show you people everything he did, but this is what happened. So if you're in operations, you're in sales. Let me go back to my slide very quickly. If you're in operations, if you're in sales, if you're a teacher, if you're someone that works with large data set, you're in banking, you're in finance, the generative AI for data analytics will help you big time in your current role, and will also help you to scale. HR professionals, don't worry, I'm getting to you. Relax. I know because you guys were trying to say, Uche did not call our name. Relax, I'm coming to you. Now, the fifth one here is the AI for business analysis and project managers. This is particularly for business owners, people that, I wanted to say people that are people, but if you're a people person here and you're looking to switch into tech, this is an amazing field for you. You're going to be that middleman between stakeholders, the team, you'll be managing projects, you'll be mapping business processes, you'll be coming up with your own Gantt charts, you'll be, everything that has to do with project execution, business requirements documents, you're building that, you're scaling that, and of course you're also going to be integrating automation to it, because like I said, there is almost no path that AI cannot get into. All right, so this is the field for you, all business analysts and project managers. This is your baby here. And then finally, for the HR professionals, so we noticed that, see, HR can easily get into the generative AI for data analytics, but there are some peculiarities. That is why at Analytics Business, we structured that one for HR as generative AI for HR analytics, where you are combining automation and analytics together. So the ATS bot I talked about, understanding employee metrics, attrition, compensation plan, contract building, scaling the team, and all of that. This happens under the AI for HR analytics. So 6 different career paths to suit your career goals and align with your need. All right. And each of these parts, you can start building in it, start scaling in it as soon as tonight. As soon as tonight, you can do all of that. And while you are learning, you are also getting access to the employability and mentorship packages. And the reason is simple. It's very simple. You need something to show that you have learned. So one thing you need to understand, if this is for those that are new in tech, nobody really cares about how good you can speak. It's only in public speaking or in sales that one counts. But if you see tech, all those business analysis, automation engineering, HR analytics, data analytics, project management, content creation, it's not about how well can you speak. It's about your proof of work. All right. So one key thing you need to take note of if you are looking at actually building in any of this part is your portfolio. When people hear AI, they feel it takes away all of the work. But my dear, it doesn't. So if we are going to accept you at Analytics Business, if you're going to register with Analytics Business, you're coming in to do some real work. You're coming in to build in this field. So you're going to be working on some actual projects to build your portfolio. If you're here right now and you know what a portfolio is, please give me a thumbs up. If you do not know what a portfolio is, please give me a thumbs down. Let me be sure I'm speaking terms that we know about. You know what a portfolio is? Thumbs up. You have no idea, which is speaking big grammar. You don't know what a portfolio is? Thumbs down. Please don't mind the people giving thumbs up. If you don't know, please give a thumbs down. There is no crime in not knowing something. If you don't know, give me a thumbs down. Okay, so it's good to assume that we all know, right? So I'm guessing now we all know the importance. Okay, Babatunde, you don't know. Thank you. Thank you so much for indicating that. T, thank you as well. So we know who a tailor is. If you know a tailor, please give me a thumbs up. You know a tailor. Babatunde and T, do you know who a tailor is? All right. So you know that thing, before you give a tailor, Shola, you have to be kidding me right now. You don't know who a seamstress is. You don't know who a fashion designer is. You must know tonight. You must know tonight. So you know that thing where before you can give a tailor, especially someone you've not worked with before, your clothes, you'll be like, let me see the clothes you have sewn in the past. Right? Let me see your previous works. Before we used to, I don't know if it's still existing now, but some years ago, they used to have this catalog where you can see different pictures of different designs. Now it's now in their phone. You tell them, let me see your previous designs. And that thing the tailor shows you is a tailor's portfolio. So portfolio just simply means a combination where you have kept all the things you have done in the past. All the work you said you know how to do with your mouth. Where can I see them? It's in a portfolio. Let me give another example. When we were hiring for a motion graphics designer, I was the one fast tracking that process. So I used Upwork and Fiverr for that purpose. So when I searched video editor, motion graphics designer, a lot of people came out. Anybody can put on their profile that I can use CapCut, I can use 11 Labs, I can use HeyGen. Anybody can say that, right? But the only way I can know those that can actually do that is by the videos they have worked on in the past. So when I reach out to them, I will ask them, please send me your portfolio. So it can be a link, a Google Drive that contains all the videos they have worked on in the past. So Babatunde T, that is what a portfolio is. So is it clear now? Do we all now know what a portfolio is? Babatunde, Shola, T, and every person that did not know before. That is a portfolio. A portfolio is a combination of all the things you said you can do in that path. Please, emphasis on in that path. You cannot be hiring for the role of data analyst and in your portfolio, you're showing me pictures of you cooking. Please, no, it must be in the path that you want to grow into. So as you're, okay, awesome, it's clear. So as you're building your portfolio, the next thing is, how can I sell myself? Because in this world, we are selling, whether in your CV, in your portfolio, on LinkedIn, whatever it is, you are selling. I recently put out an article on sales sometime 2 weeks ago. You are selling yourself as a professional. So we are going to teach you through the selling aspect. Your CV review and revamp, LinkedIn optimization will help you optimize your LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a key place to get jobs. Please take notes. It's not just where people go and post and speak big grammar. If you've never been on LinkedIn before, guys, this is the year for you to get on board, and we will push you to create one. All right. LinkedIn is one key place where recruiters can easily hire for. It's one of the most seamless places for hiring. All right. We'll teach you how to navigate the job market, guide you through interview prep. How can you say okay, you've passed the CV review stage, it's time for interview. Many people don't make it after interview stage. The HR professionals here can let us know. Not many people know how to speak during interviews, right? Not many people know how to answer situation-based questions. Not many people understand what the STAR or SIT method is referring to, right? So we will teach you with that. Also give you a job reference letter. So Tenalytics Business, for those that are not aware, we are actually registered in Canada. That's why I said I'm Uche. I'm working in Nigeria, but I'm living in Nigeria, but I'm working in Canada, literally, right? I can work anywhere in the world. The previous role was in the US. So you can literally work anywhere. It's just about positioning. So we give you that global backing because, like I mentioned, we are in Canada, we are in the US, we're in UK. So we're going to provide a reference letter for you and a certificate that is globally recognized. When you get the job, maybe you're struggling a little, we'll provide on-the-job support to you. We also give you weekly mentorship because, like I said, follow who know road. It makes your work easy, like super easy. And of course, Upwork optimization. I talked about Upwork. Upwork is a great place for content creators, automation engineers, software developers as well. See these three parts. You people should not play with Fiverr, should not play with Upwork. These are key places where you will get remote jobs. Then, of course, Indeed, Glassdoor, read.co.uk if you're looking at global roles as well. All right. So this is your journey. Currently, let me just quickly take this off. Okay, so let me add something here. I call it daily access to the LMS. All right, I will explain. So this is your 2 months journey. If you are ready to build, remember the clause, if you are ready, because I don't want a situation whereby they are telling me, Uche, these people you brought into the session, they're not attending classes, they're not doing their projects. Please, all of you here, 40 plus of us, you people are going to go and make me proud into this training session. Okay, so if you are ready, you know that this path you selected is what we align with your goals. You know you're ready to put in the effort to build projects. You know you're going to attend mentorship sessions. You know if we are telling you to post on LinkedIn, you will not be grumbling saying, I'm not a LinkedIn person, I'm not a social media person. So what are you doing with us? Me, I don't know. But you must be a LinkedIn person. You must be a social media person. You must be someone that is very proactive, that takes actions immediately. All right. So if you know that you're willing to get on this, my dear, is your 2 months journey. It starts, like I mentioned, as soon as today. You get access to LMS. LMS means Learning Management System. I will show us that once I'm done explaining this slide. What does LMS mean? For many of us on this call, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Any AI path you're going into now is going to be new to you. It's fresh. Someone like Babatunde, for instance, T, and every other person that said this is a new path, you want to get into tech afresh, content creation, AI generation tools. It's new. So we don't want a situation where we are getting into the practical things and you are confused. You are saying, this teacher is explaining things fast too. Did I make a mistake? Please no, you did not make a mistake. You need to understand that growth is difficult. And because we know that learning a new skill is not as easy as it sounds, we built a learning management system. You hear it? Learning management is there to manage your learning system. It's there to help your learning to be seamless. So we built a learning management system that will help you easily build into this path. So every day, it can be 30 minutes of your time. It can be an hour of your time. Log on to your LMS and watch your courses. The reason for this is for this particular one here, Saturdays. Saturdays are full-time practical classes. Full-time. Like today, our students had classes from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. See that portfolio I talked about? It's Saturday you're going to learn what to build in your portfolio. Because after Saturday, you're going to be given a project assignment. Now you have a deadline and you need to work on it, post about it, build on it for your growth. All right. So I'll come again. LMS comes first, then Saturday's live classes. So these two things here give you technical expertise. Then what gives you employability expertise? These ones here. When I say Tuesday support session, so I mentioned Saturday you have your live classes and I'm going to give you a project to work on. So when you're working on a project, we know there's this situation whereby you might be confused about something and you don't know who to ask questions. This is the session for you. I don't know how many of us have taken any online course before in the past. Please give me a thumbs up. If you've taken a course online before in the past, give me a thumbs up. Did you have a good experience? Because guys, I have taken a lot of courses in the past and I did not really have a good experience. And I will explain. I'm someone that likes visual learning. I like seeing what I'm doing. I like practicing. So that I won't call the platforms I used, but I was taking a course with some platforms and I was just confused. They gave me some videos like you have on your LMS. They gave me some videos to watch, read through. Kamel says not at all. They gave me some videos to watch. I had to read through a lot of curriculum. And it got to a point I got confused. I didn't know what else to do. And there was nobody to ask questions. There was literally nobody. I felt like I was on my own. That actually gave me some sort of PTSD when it comes to do with online courses. But thank God for platforms like Analytics Business. So because we know that LMS is not sufficient for your career growth, we introduced these live classes and then a session strictly for questions and answers. Strictly. David is relatable. Thank you. I thought it's only me. A session strictly for questions and answers, so that and at any point at all you encounter a blocker, please don't think you're on your own. I tell my teammates, you are not working in isolation. So the same thing, you are not learning in isolation. Join the Tuesday support sessions. Ask questions. Please ask questions, because you cannot grow if you're not asking questions, especially if this is a new path. Your own is not upskilling, your own is you're switching careers totally. Please hold on to these support sessions with everything in you. Ask questions, and you don't even need to wait till Tuesday before you ask questions. You have access to your instructor, you have access to your class group. Go in there. Hi guys, I tried to connect my Google Sheets on NetN. I experienced this blocker. I tried to put in a prompt on Lovable for my PROD. PROD means product requirement document. This is for the software engineers. And I experienced a blocker. Please, this is not, as the teacher John taught us on Saturday, I tried to do the same thing, but I didn't get the same result. Please help. You put that immediately. Why you are coming on board. So this, can you still hear me? I think I got a call or something. Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Sorry about that. So I'll continue. So some of our students have pride. They feel like, hey, I'm not looking for a job now. I already have a job. I just want to learn something that will help me in my current role. And they will not attend mentorship session. Please, even if you have a job, please attend mentorship session, because the way Nigeria is, one job is not enough. Unless maybe if your job is enough for you, it's okay. I was telling someone today by 12 p.m. when I was having a clarity session, that even me like this, I know that, okay, by God's grace, I have everything I need right now. But if I'm maybe scrolling through Instagram, I'm seeing that there is more. There's actually more you can accomplish, right? There is always more. I'm not saying you should go and be stressing yourself, you're not enjoying and all of that, but the truth is that there is more. Even if you're a business owner, you have a business that gives you millions every month. Come on, you can get into trillions, right? You can get into billions. So there is always more. So please, irrespective of the fact that you have a business, you have something that gives you good source of income that makes you comfortable, please, you can go beyond comfortable. Join the mentorship sessions. It will help you a lot. It will give you a broader perspective to things in that field you are learning. It gives you a wider scope of things in that field, okay? And it's just 1 hour on Thursdays, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mentorship and employability sessions, okay? Then this is what is a sample of what your certification will look like. Like I mentioned, see it right here. We are registered in Canada and we are accredited. We recently got another accreditation. I would have added it to this slide from the UK. So this gives you backing both in Europe, in North America, and of course in Africa as well. All right. So that is what it looks like. That's what I already explained. All these things, see this thing here, this thing, these beautiful things here, plus the technical aspect. This is your 2 months journey. Is built under our formula: learn, package, apply, and get the job. For those of us that are not, it's not exactly job you're looking for, get the exposure, get more connections, get the leverage. This, so you can take a screenshot of this, make that maybe your DP or something. This is what your learning journey will entail. You're learning using the LMS, using the Saturday's live classes, your packaging during Thursday mentorship, during application season, because at Analytics Business, we have application season. Don't think we're going to do everything for you. If we're going to send you job links, please apply. If we're telling you book for interview prep, please attend. All right? If I'm telling you post on LinkedIn, I will not get access to your LinkedIn. But I will not post for you. T, I will not post for you. Isaac, I will not post for you. You all need to create an account. I will guide you through optimization. You need to post. So if you're telling you post, please post. And definitely, all things being equal, I'm an economist, so I will say that slang. All things being equal, we get the job. All right. So if this is something you know that I like this aligns with my goals, please give me a thumbs up. If you know that you're going to take on this 2 months journey with Tenalytics business, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I can see it coming in. Awesome. Let me give you guys a round of applause for taking the first step to an amazing career journey. You guys are doing super, super, super amazing. All right. So to get started, this is this Popo mean. How can Tenalytics business help me? All right. So this is, let me just keep to the good part. Okay. How can we help you based off everything I've said? So these are the technical aspects of everything I've said. Abiola says enjoying the session. I like that. So this is the technical aspect of everything I've said, the key learning areas, just for more technicalities. But I've already talked about these are the tools you'll be using. What of those who are into business? Okay, so I just integrated. Maybe later I can give you options to unmute yourself. But based off our experience, there are 2 major parts business owners go into. One is the AI automation engineering. Okay, 3 parts. I will explain. First one is the software engineering. How? If your business currently doesn't have a website, definitely you know that you're not even doing well. That's the truth. The first thing you need to create for yourself is a business website. So if I want to search Adjust Integrated, if I search on Google, will you appear? How will I know you're legit? Right? So you need to build a website for yourself. If I don't know the kind of services you offer, an application, a software could also help. Then when you've already started doing that for yourself, of course, you can start building same thing for other businesses. That's one key thing. Secondly, automation engineering. Depending on what you do, again, I don't know what you do. Depending on what your business does, you can create automated systems that will make your business run more smoothly and give you time for more important things. That's the second one. Then the third one is the AI in business analysis. It gives you a better structure on how to handle your business. It makes you more focused. It gives you leverage on how to go about your business. We do welding and fabrication. Okay, I think the first thing is, do you have a website that talks about what you do? Ajot, create that for yourself. All right, create that for yourself and scale it big time. And then welding, automation engineering, not really for welding and fabrication. No, I would say it's more inclined to the website dev space. And of course, business analysis. It gives you a more in-depth focus on what you do in that aspect. All right. So Ajot, you have 2 options. If you feel like if your business does not have a website, by all means, rush into the AI for software and website development. Please do that. And see, I don't know. Since this year, I've been business minded. You can even scale this thing big time. Oh, do you want to teach about welding? You can even do content creation. You just need to have a bigger scope of things. You can teach about that. You can create content based off that. Let people even know what you're doing across platforms. You can scale it big. Because when we see welding, they'll see it as a menial work, but it's not true. Most of the things we see is welders that built them. But you can do it big scale. How do you do that? You package yourself. Have your website, have your content that talk about it. Let people even know the importance of welders. It's on you to make your role important. That is what everybody should understand. Nobody will make you big if you don't start by making yourself big. So I've dropped motivational quotes this night. You guys are turning into motivational speakers. But anyways, Ajot, I hope you got what I'm trying to say. So you can go for software engineering. You can go for AI content creation to create content based on what you do and increase your reach. You can even have, maybe you're in Lagos, for instance, someone from Ogun State, Enugu, Port Harcourt can get to know about you from your website and from the content you create, but just all about your mindset. Okay. All right, so let's continue. So based off everything I've said, if I'm asking all of yours, 40 plus of us on the call, Uche has said a lot of things. So the next thing now, she'll talk about money. Who knows how much she's going to say? Please let me know in the chat box. How much do you think? Let me not show my slide. If I say I want to charge you people for each of these courses now, for the mentorship, CV, LinkedIn optimization, everything. Let me know in the chat box. How much do you think I would charge? If I tell you it's 1 million naira to get access to all of this, would you say, Tenalytics business, I am ready? If it's to go and collect loan from the bank, I will go and collect loan if it's 1 million. But let me know. Let this part fear me pass. But let just see, the truth is that you need to make investments. That's the truth. I've taken some free courses in the past and it was terrible. It was a waste of my time. And that's one thing people don't understand. Time lost can never be gotten back. That's the truth. I've taken free courses because I don't want to pay money to grow, right? And it can never be gotten back. Okay, Fata said to 50,000. I am kind. Okay. You guys are hilarious. You're like, why is your heart beating fast? Oh yeah, John. But please, you guys, listen. Calm down. Are you breathing? Breathe out. Breathing. Breathe out. You know this is what you want to do, right? And you're going to do everything it takes to achieve your goals. Free courses, free things don't benefit if we are being honest with each other. I have said I've taken free courses in the past, and it was a waste of my time. All right, it was a waste of my time. I know I have paid for some, and come on, I know what I learned in it. I don't know why it's like that. And then even for commitment, say you're like, hey, it's free. I know I don't spend anything. That's why you can pay something for somebody. You can pay school fees for somebody. They'll not even be coming for classes. You'll be wondering, those person have sense. Do you know how much I labor to pay for your school fees? But that's the mindset of things. When you don't commit for something, you treat it anyhow, right? So at Tenalytics business, everything we offer, right, is now, instead of this 980,000, this is the actual value of what we offer. Now we now pay for Nigerians and Africans, general Ghanaians, Kenyans, Rwandans, all of them. David, okay, I'll come to you. If you have questions, guys, just let me know. You can raise up your hand and we handle that, okay? I'm not dragging the destiny. I'm just trying to land. So normally, instead of paying 980,000, it's at 300,000. But since this week, literally since May, we've been running a 50% discount, a whooping 50% discount. A round of applause for Tenalytics business, because come on, we have done well, right? We have done well. So instead of 300,000, instead of the 250,000, my dear friend Fata talked about, you're not even going to pay 300. You're not paying 280. You're not paying 250. You're not paying 240. You're not paying 210. You're not paying 200. You're not paying 180. You're not paying 170. You're not paying 160. 150,000. And not just that. We're not even saying pay 150,000 once. Why? There are two things. Not everybody's pocket is the same, and that is okay. We were not all born the same. My mother is not your mother. My father is not your father. Right? We were not all born the same. Not all pockets are the same. Secondly, for trust. For trust. I told you guys I had PTSD for online courses. Right? So I know I've said a lot of amazing things, but some of you people, I'm sure this is the normal human mindset. What I've said might have intrigued you, but you might still have some skepticism in your mind, and you're like, will this be real? They have scammed me in the past too, or something like that. So we are like, instead of even paying 150 at a go, because we don't want a situation where you don't even trust the people you're learning with. It will hinder your learning journey. Pay in 3 installments. For instance, the moment you pay 50,000 naira tonight, you will get live access to the learning management system. Let me just quickly show us what the learning management system looks like. This is your learning management system. This is for me. Yes, me too. I told you guys, I'm still learning. I'm taking a course on my own. So this is for me. I'm taking the, let me show you the course title, the AI for Business Analysis and Project Management. Okay, so remember, I'm not someone that has been I studied economics in school, so it's not related, and I've been growing in that field, right? So if I want to say I want to get into this new field, I need to take in a lot of effort. And I'm working. It's going to be a lot on me. So the learning management system gives me liberty to break down my learning ahead of my live classes, because live classes start on the 6th of June. Please take notes. Your live classes start on the 6th of June. But those that maybe you're taking an exam in June or something, your live class will start in July. I'll say it again. Live classes start 6th of June. We have another cohort July 4th. But before then, for me, if you want to join me, you're welcome. I can just come here and start learning. I'll go back to introduction. I'll come here, my notebook is open, and all I have to do, come to my LMS, play, and I'm learning. Let me show you what it looks like. I don't know if my volume is
Good morning, everyone. My
Okay.
name is Adeoyolu Abotemi. Welcome to Project Management and Business Analysis, from traditional to AI augmented delivery.
So from foundation, this is very important for those that are getting this thing for the first time, whether content creation, AI automation engineering, data analytics, depending on your field, you will get access to the LMS. So even if you're paying, let me just go back here very quickly. Give me a second. So even if you're going for the 3 installments, with 50,000, you will have access to this LMS immediately. What influenced my choice for this course? I'm a people person. I'm sure you can tell from the way I'm speaking, right? I'm a people person, and I also like maths, surprisingly. Well, I did economics in school, so why not? We did a lot of statistics. So business analysis gives me the leverage to still engage Excel, Power BI, and the project management does that. So the reason, Priscilla, is, like I said, data analytics, you are more on your own. You're working on your data. It must not align with business goals. I'm working on it, and all I have to do is to present my story, my reports to the stakeholders, and they build decisions based off that. But business analysis and project management gives me the leverage to manage projects, manage teams. I'm currently doing that at Analytics Business. I'm a team lead for a particular department. So that is my strength. I know that is my strength. But not everybody has that leverage to manage teams, right? So if you are someone that likes to manage teams, you like to communicate and all of that, that is where you should be, business analysis and project management. But if you're all about analytics, Abiola said my SQL, that is where you see the data analytics people. Business analysis, you don't do a lot of analytics, just basics. Why data analytics, you're going in depth. My SQL, Power BI, Excel, Bricks AI, NetN, full-time analytics. So Priscilla, I hope I was able to answer your question. Okay, so yes, so once you start with 50,000 naira tonight, and for those that are not in Nigeria, please, by all means, I will show you what our website looks like. You can choose your currency from there. Okay, so 50,000 naira gives you immediate. When I say immediate, I mean as soon as tonight. The only thing that might hinder your joining is maybe because you did not register early and finance has closed. So admissions team need to process your getting into the LMS, and latest Monday morning, you're live with your LMS. So 50,000 naira gives you access. So when you pay 50,000 naira today, your second installment will be June ending, last week of June, and your third installment last week of July. Very flexible. Then for people that are like, Uche, you have my heart, take it. You have done well tonight. Thank you for giving me such amazing accolades. And people that don't like stressing about installment plan, you can now pay one-time fee of 120,000. So rather than paying once 150,000, you can pay 120,000. All right, so 50,000 naira 3 times or 120,000 naira once. So let me show us what the payment website looks like. I think my teammates are already sharing something on the chat box so that you can understand what they are sharing. So once you open the link that they are sharing on the chat box, okay, you click on it, open this. This is what it will look like. You scroll down and select the course you're interested in, right? We talked about business analysis, social media management, automation. Yes, Destiny, 120K once. That's it, and you're good to go. So once you come here, you click on, maybe I want to do content creation. No, I'm going to be partial. I'm going to go for the course that I'm currently doing. You guys should not be angry. So I'll go to business analysis. So I just click on enroll now. Normally for you, because I already have an account, when you click on enroll now, something will come up, a form will come up here, and they'll tell you to create an account. Please create an account. That's the only way you can get access to the LMS. You're registering into the LMS, okay? So the moment you create an account and sign up, you come here. You would see the overview. This is the person in charge of it, all right? Then you choose your payment plan. Remember, I mentioned that we have 2 cohorts, June 6th for live classes. This is what cohorts is for your live classes, but LMS starts immediately. So June 6th for people that are like, I want to start ASAP. Why July for people that are like, maybe I have exams. That's for our students, whether master's, undergraduate, PhD, or you have your certification exams coming up. I know about that. I think those in project management, some of them are writing certification exams. So you have that. So you want to prepare ahead, but you don't want this discount to pass you by, because remember, I told you it has been going on since this month and it's going to end. But you don't want this discount to pass you by. You can choose July. So June for those that are ready to start immediately. July for those that want to use the discount now ahead of July. So select your cohort. For people that said, oh, 120,000, just click on 120,000. For those that are not in Nigeria, please take notes. Select your preferred currency here. If it's Ghana, select. Kenya, select. Cameroon, select. So whatever currency you are going with, if it's 3-time installment, please come here. Click your 3 installments, select your payment plan, and all you have to do, click on start. Once you click on that, you will have your own account details generated for you. And all you have to do, Destiny is asking for link to register. Please, Juliet, please share that with them. So for those that are using Naira, when you click here, your account details will pop. But for other currencies, you guys' payment method is somewhat different. So just go through this and you're good to go. So let me just do Naira a little bit so that we can also see. Give me a second. Let me do social media management now. So please, if you have questions, let me know in the chat. Please, sorry, I don't know whether you do physical class. Okay, so Babatunde, sometime last year, we actually started off physical training, but we found out that there was this particular student. The class was supposed to be in Lagos. He traveled all the way from Ogun State to come over. And I was like, are you serious? Do you love us that much? So it's a blocker. If you notice, I said we have people in Ghana, we have people in Kenya, we have people in Rwanda. How will they all get to Lagos to have a class? So the only physical trainings we do are for companies. Yes, we also train companies. MTN, I mentioned, Fair Money, Kuda, we've trained them. We've trained their staff. Yes, we do B2B as well. But when it comes to do with individuals, we do it online. Babatunde Abiola, please, the classes are online. And it also gives you leverage if you're looking to land remote jobs. So you already have that expertise. When you're talking during your interview prep and they ask you, do you have experience working remotely? You can just refer your learning with analytics business as your remote experience. Yes, it's possible. So that's one of the other reasons. Aside from the location barrier for a lot of our students, it also helps you position yourself as a world-class remote worker. So Babatunde, I hope I was able to explain that. So let me just quickly go to the chat and see the questions. I think I'm seeing some questions here. Please, if you have questions you want to speak to me, please raise up your hand. What do you teach the B2B staff? Okay, so Priscilla, it depends on their needs. We customize trainings for them. Recently, it has been AI inclined, mainly data analytics, AI in data analytics, and then for another one, automation engineering. All right. There's even one which was not even tech-based. It was about sexual harassment and all of that. So it depends on the company's needs. What do people need right now to align you with business goals? You let us know. We prepare a proposal for you. People prepare a curriculum. We have a meeting and we share that with you. If it aligns, if you align with the budget, we are good to go, Priscilla. So this one you're asking, and maybe your company is also interested, you can also reach out to me. I'm sharing my WhatsApp number now to the chat box, everyone. So you can send me a message, or any of Priscilla, this is specifically to you. You can just send me a direct message on WhatsApp. Okay, you said no. Okay. You just wanted to know. But yeah, that's what we teach. That's what we teach people in B2B. All right, Abiola, you said very well. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Please remember the discount is going off. So once you register, you can see the numbers on the chart. You can just send them your receipt, or you can send me a receipt. I'll stay here on the call to ensure that once you register, just let me know. I can fast track your getting access to the LMS. Very important. Unless you're not ready to learn, unless you like where you are, then no worries. That's good. Isaac says, I'm a data analyst and I want to choose a domain. Is business or HR people analytics a domain under data analytics, or it's a different field entirely? Okay, so let me explain, Isaac. Let me start with business analysis. Business analysis is a subset, somewhat, quote unquote, a subset of data analytics. The difference is that they don't do so much analytics work. They incline more with business goals. And now we have aligned it with project management in our training. They go hand in hand. So you're learning how to create business requirements documents, process mapping, coordination of teams. You're using other than, data analytics, normally you're using, using Excel, Power BI, MySQL, NetM, Bricks AI, and all of that. But in business analysis and project management, you're going to be using more of project planning tools, right? Less of analytics tools. So you're using Asana, you're using Confluence, you're using Jira. So that is for business analysis. Then HR analytics, obviously, is a subset of data analytics. The difference now is any analytics work you're learning, any automation tool you are learning is going to be inclined with human resource management. So normally, you use Excel generally, it can be for sales, for finance, for operations, but in HR, it's full-time going to be inclined with HR analytics. All right, so they are all subsets. Data analytics is more generalized. As a data analyst, you can stand in as a sales analyst. You can stand in as a HR analyst. You can stand in as a financial analyst. You can stand in as a procurement analyst. You can stand in as a supply chain analyst. All you need to just extra knowledge to fix into that knowledge you have, and you're good to go. So Isaac, I hope this explains your question. All right. Let me see if there's any other question that I'm missing. Please, if you want to speak with me directly, please let me know. And once you enroll, you can just send me a message or send Tolulope or Zulia. Destiny, I hope you've been able to register. Babatunde as well. And every other person. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. Let me look. You guys allow me to see. Yes, Isaac. Okay, you're welcome. All right. So yes, if you want to speak with me directly, you can just raise up your hand and we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation. If you've enjoyed yourself so far, you can also give me a thumbs up. If this has been valuable, if this has been a good use of your time, your Saturday that you're supposed to be sleeping, please give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Isaac, Onyinye, awesome. I see all of you. Thank you so much. All right, then. So I'm just going to give us Temitope Shola or Oroluwa Mafo. Hey, I like that name. All right, I'm just going to give us 5 minutes to register. Destiny, you have a question? It's like I'm also going to teach us how to use the raise hand icon. People are going to pay me extra for that. Okay, so this is Google Meet class 101. Everybody, look at my screen very well. Let me teach us something. So when you come on Google Meet like this, please look, this is not part of the training. I'm just using this opportunity to wait for people to register. All right. So when you come on Google Meet, if you're using your laptop, this hand icon here is what you click on if you have a question. All right. While here, emojis is what you will use. If they say, oh, are you in support? Yes. Do you want to celebrate? Yes. Do you like the session? You clap. Is something funny? You laugh. Are you amazed? Wow. Are you sad? Are you thinking? Are you not in support? Thumbs down. Babatunde gave me love. Awesome. All right. Then, if you're using your phone, you can find all of these in this. Once you're just using your phone, you just click on it. Use it. You see the emoji there. You can even use the 3 dots there. You see where it tells you to raise your hand, and that's it. Okay. So if you have a question, please raise up your hand. Ask me question. I have Temitope, Camille, Taiwo, a lot of note takers here. Soul Motion Studios, Kolawole, Kingsley, Babatunde, Benita, Blessing, Isaac, Priscilla, Kwaha, Destiny, David, Temitope, and some other names I can barely see. Let me see if I can see everybody's name. Temitope. Okay, there are 2 Temitopes. Temitope Adewole, Temitope Taylor. Temitope Taylor, your name looks very familiar. I think I've spoken with you before. I think it came from social media. But Temitope Adebekpa, Taiwo T. Please, if you have questions, let me know. If you've registered, please reach out to me. I'll send you my number once more, or reach out to any of the teammates. Remember, it's at a discount unless you're okay paying 300K, and that is also very fine. Endurance David, I want to become a full stack sales engineer. Sorry, I had to cough. I'm a little bit under the weather. I want to become a full stack sales engineer. So let me just pause this recording so that it's not too much when you guys get access to that.